Well, hopefully it doesn't take too long to have a street named after Dr. Khumalo. But I'll tell you what's moving at fast pace is a VAR in South Africa. My colleague Velile Mnyandu just touched down from Spain with project leader Daniel Bennett, a former PSL and FIFA referee who is leading the way in terms of trying to get this sorted here in South Africa, hopefully maybe next season. Here's Daniel Bennett speaking exclusively to SABC Sport.
Whether the centralised hub is at either Safa House or at Fun Valley. And that's a decision we now need to make. When I get back on Monday, have a very urgent meeting because there's a portfolio meeting on Tuesday morning and all of our ducks have to be in a row. So we're under a bit of pressure as a VR management team at the moment, but you know, I think the thing is everybody wants everything now. Which I understand because this is a long process. So that means I've got to jump on that train very quickly and start getting, from my side, my ducks in a row with my management team as well.
And from Daniel Bennett's desk to Hugo Bruce's office, I spoke to the coach over the weekend, just asking him if he plans to squeeze in more friendly international matches. But remember, they play Angola, Egypt and Zimbabwe at the Africa Cup of Nations in about a month's time. But the coach says, he's not interested in playing any more friendly matches. He's just keen to get started and go to the AFCON. Here's Coach Hugo Bruce explaining exactly why that is the case.
No, we will play one game, and I don't like to play 2 or 3 games before we go. We played enough against African teams, so we don't have to play against another African team because we don't know African football. We played the last 4 years nearly only against African teams. So we don't have to play another 2 or 3 games before we go to AFCON. That is, no, we don't need that. It will be a little bit different when we play next year World Cup. That is something else, and the preparation will be different also.
I do wonder, Dr. Khumalo, how many friendly matches did you play before you won that 1996 one? Because Hugo says he's not interested in playing any more matches. Do they need them or don't they?
I think we played 3 or 4 before we played the first game in 96. But just to probably concur with what the coach is saying, Mazola, I think what they've played Zambia, so they don't have ample time for them to play another game because 1, we need to be wary of injuries, and 2, we don't want the guys to be put under pressure when you play a competitive side. So my experience serves me very well. When Brazil was here to play in the World Cup, they played the Kaizer Chiefs under 17s. So to prepare for just to shape up. But then Hugo is right by saying he doesn't have ample time because you have the Carling Cup and he's only getting the players after the 7th. So there's no ample time to prepare.
Yeah, and as such, Coach Hugo Bruce will be making his announcement that first week of December, going to the HPC in Tshwane before they prepare to leave for AFCON. My next story, 2 stories in fact, and I'm going to go back to Mark Haskins just to give me his analysis. It's considering Orlando Pirates. First of all, Reece Braithwaite, a prospect, a future prospect really, that's currently with the Orlando Pirates reserve league side, but he still has yet to receive his clearance from Cape Town Spurs. It's that cycle again with Cape Town Spurs and Asenele Velebai and Liam Byrne regarding allowing the players to leave as free agents. But keep a close watch on sabcsport.com. We'll keep you updated with regards to that story. And then my final one, we broke the story a few months ago. Deadline day in September in the PSL, Orlando Pirates were chasing after the signature of Andre de Jong. We are now told that Orlando Pirates looking to reignite their interest in signing the striker for the January transfer window that's just around the corner. And I want to hear Mark Haskins. I'm sure you can even weigh in on the Reece debate as well, but more so Andre de Jong. Do Pirates need a striker of his caliber?
Well, again, is Andre de Jong a striker? Is he a number 10? The jury is still out on that one because he's not an out-and-out striker. But when you look at this season alone, he's played 19 games, scored 3 goals. Last season, 47 games in all competitions, scored 8 goals. So he knows he does score goals. He doesn't score very frequently or as much as maybe we'd like, but him or the interest in him begs the question, who's leaving? Because especially with Orlando Pirates not having Champions League football, you know, you feel like maybe they got too many players. But then you ask the question, okay, maybe there's going to be some exits at Pirates, and maybe that's why the interest in Andre de Jong. But that remains to be seen.
Well, hopefully at sabcsport.com, with the January window coming, we will be the ones who tell you who's leaving Orlando Pirates.